Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. We are on the winter solstice today, December 21st, and we're live streaming over on the YouTube channel, and you can check that out at my website, jennroyster.com. We're also live streaming through our network, transformationtalkradio.com, on Facebook live streaming, and of course you can go to transformationtalkradio.com for all the audio options and video and you name it. We got it going on, and with the help of the network, we're out there even further. So we want to welcome you to the show. If this is a brand new experience for you, we talk about metaphysical topics, the angelic realm, our higher self, and just tapping inward into our soul, listening and trusting our intuition. I'm very much passionate about the energy behind everything. And as an energy healer, I have found that that has been probably the best health care physically, mentally, emotionally I have ever found in my own personal life. And I share my experiences and how it comes to me. So I'm very out of the box on things because we're in a brand new experience right now. Everything is changing for us. So with that said, I want to help you open up and expand a flexible mindset to maybe find and discover things that will work better for you moving forward. Now, we're focusing today with a message from Archangel Michael about the winter solstice today. We're also taking callers if you'd like to call in, 1-800-930-2819 if you'd like to call in. So we'll take your calls, and this is a great turning point. That's the focus today. Why is it a great turning point? We've been through a lot of healing, releasing, painful things coughing up to the surface for us to release and let go of. And now we move into a phase for 2018 to manifest in a positive way. It's not going to feel, and this is very encouraging news actually, it won't feel like the universe is continually kicking you when you're down. You know, it won't feel like the energies is always coming after you, so to speak. And we don't want to feel like that. We want to move past that. All those experiences were important to help us grow stronger and to see what we're really made of. You probably discovered things about yourself that you had no idea you were capable of. Now you're going to use that to manifest your life moving forward in a very positive way. We've been talking about this, but this one in particular is unique. It's about the Saturn energy and astrology. There we go. Astrology. And Saturn, when you read about that, it's moving back home. And it's kind of in the Capricorn. Well, for the next 3 years. So now we're going to move into a phase where you'll feel like it's supporting you more than going against you. And I know it has never really been going against you, but it may have felt like that. It does sometimes when we're going through the challenging parts. But those were also to show you how to take a challenge, learn from it, and how you can become stronger and move forward. And you gain a perspective in a different way when you go through times like that. Now, we don't want to always go through times like that. And the way to get through is to learn what we've got to learn from it. Michael comes through because now's the time to be fearless. And I loved his message, absolutely loved his message that came through. He's talking about what if you could do whatever you wanted to do in the world with nothing in your way, what would it be? That's what he brought up when I asked him about what to share with you today on the show. He said, what would you do if absolutely nothing got in your way? Nothing. No fear, no what ifs, money, whatever it might have been for you. What is your what if, you know? And it's like, take time to think about what that could be. And I thought, ooh, that's kind of exciting. That's intriguing. That's just like throwing it out there, and it takes your vice away. Let me put it that way. It takes that vice of excuse away of why you haven't done what you really want to do. I know, throwing it out there, right? Well, Saturn energy is about responsibility and doing your part, and taking responsibility for yourself, and going for it, not hesitating. And what I like about this winter solstice is we had some fire with Sagittarius. We had all of this fiery energy, and we talked about the fire energy, we talked about the water element, and you definitely want to utilize that water element and redirect. But moving into 2018, from this point forward, which this officially is kind of starting into a new phase till 2020 of the new way of everything, the new. And that means that it will be very straightforward with things that need to go away. That's not to be scared of that. That means they need to go away for you to be better. And then it's also about what are the good positive things that are coming in. It's all about positive change. So for me personally, that's really what I want to bring as inspiration to everyone. That was very exciting. I thought, oh my gosh, this is about positive change. Finally, I feel like it's like not try to make sure everybody's making it through, but we have a lot to look forward to. So if you're here and you have something you've really been wanting to do, this energy will really support you. I really support you about aligning with your life purpose. The whole theme is about, what is your life purpose? What is it that you want to do that you haven't done yet? And we talk about that a lot, but it's really motivating. This energy will support. If you put the hard work in, if you apply yourself, you will be supported, and you will know what I'm talking about. My goodness, even for me personally, there's been a lot of revelations that have come through. Very, very powerful this week. And the messages are coming in stronger and abundantly. Nonstop. And I think, oh wow, when I thought it couldn't get any better, it still is getting better. As far as that connection with the divine and the messages they send through the angels, that has been amazing. It's not just the angels. It's about what's coming from your own inner soul. What are you listening to that? What's running the show for you? And what is it you want to do? This isn't a time to be passive about it, really, because the energy is all about you put in and apply yourself. We are there for you. In a nutshell, if I had to really reduce it down, that's the theme for the next 3 years. I know. So, it's not like, okay, do it in a week. You've got time to progressively do this at a very steady pace. And there's a lot of Taurus energy in that next year, which that's a typical thing for a Taurus, is to steady, slow pace. Yeah, I know about that one. And, you don't rush, and you apply. And it reminds me of stock markets, or the aggressive investments, or the ones that aren't so aggressive, and you go slow and steady, and they're considered safer. So the energy of the universe, I'm so excited, sorry, I'm going too fast, is very positive in steady your pace, stay grounded, and you are going to soar like you've never soared. You're just going to be amazing. It's going to turn into the best time of your life, the greatest you've ever been. So you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. To me, this holiday season, whatever it is you celebrate, it does not matter. It's a time to celebrate. It's a time to celebrate being here, having the opportunity to do this. And I don't care if you're 10 years old or 100 years old. It does not matter. If you're here, You have something and an opportunity that's been given in this moment. And that's what I absolutely love about this. Now, I do see we have a caller, and when we come back from break, wanted to make sure I had time for you. We will take caller when we come back from break. We're going to go to break in about 2 minutes or so. And we also had an email come in, which was really cool. I had a beautiful email. I believe it's a new listener or viewer, I believe. Not sure how she was, if she was watching or listening, but she sent the most beautiful message in, and it was very inspiring, and I do want to share that with you as well. And I don't know how else to say what's going on with this energy, except if you just tap in, and I know I'm feeling it, and I feel so happy. I don't know what to do with myself. And I feel that childlike energy of excitement. And it's been a little while since I felt that the way I do today. And I love that because I know that means big things coming. And I want to share that with you. And if you want to tap into that, go for it, because you want that kind of energy. You don't want to hesitate and second guess those things you want to do in your life. The child in you, if you can remember back, really did not hesitate. The child doesn't hesitate. The child just goes for it and then goes, oh, all right, well, let me try something else. And they forget about it and move on. You want to tap into that energy right now. Because if you have something you've been really wanting to get off the ground, now's the time to dive in and just really start. Don't be afraid to be who you are, because that's why you're here. All the bumps start smoothing out when you tap into why you're here and you allow it into your life, and then you allow yourself to share it with the world. It's a perfect setup. It's an absolutely perfect alignment for what we need in this world today. So if everybody was doing their own individual work in that, what a world we would be living in. How beautiful is that? This is how you move and ascend into higher frequencies of living, a happier lifestyle, changing the reality, changing major things in the world that need to change. But hanging on to them and being afraid of them is clinging to that old, and you don't want to do that. So with that, we're going to take the short break. When we come back, we're going to keep going with the winter solstice, Archangel Michael, and if you want to call in, 1-800-930-2819. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching the video live stream of the Jenn Royster Show, and we will be right back after the break.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in, I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our video live stream of the Jenn Royster Show. You can check that out on Facebook Live at Transformation Talk Radio page. It's also on my 2 show pages. You just look up Jenn Royster Show or Jenn Royster. And we're on YouTube. If you're over there, I want to say hello to everyone in chat at YouTube. Hello, Candace. It's great to see you there. And anyone that is watching anywhere else, if I can't see you, I just want you to know, welcome to the show. So with that, we're talking about the winter solstice and messages from Michael, and we had a caller waiting. So let's go ahead, Carter, and bring the caller on.
Kathy, you're on the air with Jenn Royster.
Hi, Jen. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Kathy. Kathy from Maryland. It's great to have you here. And how are you? And what can we do for you today?
I'm great. I was wondering if Archangel Michael could give me a message on my 2018 journey.
Your 2018 journey? You know what the first thing that came to my mind was when you said that? Because I'm asking... I've been tapping in with him for this whole show, so yeah. And he's very proactive and sometimes nudges me. I feel like he just is going, tapping me on the shoulder. While you were saying that, immediately he said, oh, she's going to be much busier in 2018. In a good way. That was the first thing he said. Now, I don't know if that's resonating for you or if it makes sense, but that was the first thing he said. Oh, she's going to be busier in a very positive way. But he said,
well,
you will. He also said, wait, before I forget, he also says, if you slack, I know, it doesn't mean you don't rest and have balance, but he says if you get slack and you get a little bit like, I don't want to use the word lazy, but it's kind of that word. He said, you'll be very cranky. He just said that, just like that. I don't know if that's he's got some humor today. He says if she slacks, she's going to get cranky. And that means it's a message from your higher self. You need to do something to apply. Is that making sense to you? Is that something that happens sometimes?
I'm constantly busy, and I think he's talking about my spiritual path because it's like I sign up for all these classes and then I don't finish. So this year I want to sign up. I signed up and I want to finish.
Right. Okay, I recommend that you finish something because, yeah, I hear you. I've actually had that happen to me too. That happens to me. I mean, honestly, I can relate to that with artwork. I've got paintings all around my wall here in the studio that nothing's complete, but they're these amazing inspirations, and then they hang on the wall unfinished because I don't have anywhere else to put them while they're drying or till I can get back to them, but they still look at me. So while I'm hearing this message for you, I'm feeling like I could apply that to myself personally as well, and I bet a lot of people listening right now could apply that as well. But wow, how interesting for you to call in and ask that particular one. But he says, and that goes right along with the messages that I'm receiving for 2018, and it doesn't matter what your chart says. I mean, everybody's going to have something in their own individual chart that will be enhanced for this, and that's up to everybody to kind of look at that. But overall, everyone, if you apply yourself, you're going to benefit and you're going to feel the support more than you ever have. So that alone will let us know that we're not alone. We're not going to feel so discouraged when we're trying so hard, and you're going to feel the positive incentives, and then you just keep putting more in and they put more in. It's kind of a really amazing investment in yourself.
That's my goal for 2018 is to exactly what you said.
Yeah, he's not pulling any punches. He really doesn't pull any punches. He's very direct. He's always been that way with me, but angels are that way. They just tell me straight. But that's because I prefer that. I I don't need everything sugar coated for myself. I just need to know what do I need to work on or whatever, you know? And it's not even about tell me what to do. It's more, can you help guide me into what I can do to contribute? And that's one of the big key messages that the angels really want us to listen to is, it's not just tell me what to do, because they want you to learn your confidence in yourself, right? You know what I'm talking about, Kathy. I know you do. Yeah, and they want us to be participants. They want us to see the strength that we have within ourselves. So this year's going to be interesting. I'm excited about it because it's interesting to see what's going to develop, what's going to fall away, and whatever does need to fall away will fall away probably faster. And when I say that, that's not a negative. That means things that have just really been in the way will fall away and be out of the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I feel like it's already starting too.
Yeah. I started feeling it right after the Thanksgiving holiday. It started ramping up quite a bit. I started feeling it then even a little in October. That's interesting you say that, because I have too, and I know I'm not the only one, but I know that it can be a fantastic year for you, and you're going to be busy. So eat healthy. This is the other things that he wants me to tell you before we go. Be healthy. Take good care of yourself, because when you're that busy, you want to stay balanced and you want your body to support you. And you don't want, every time I get going on a momentum, I get sick. You don't want that one. He's calling that one right now because, like I said, he's taking all the vices of excuse away. Like, there is no excuse, guys. No more excuses. Just do it. Just go for it. And I can't wait to hear back what you do with all this busyness that you're going to have in 2018. I would love for you to call back in a few months and tell us what's going on.
I will.
Do you have something that you're focusing on that you really want to apply this energy to? This winter solstice is really kicking us into redirection and aligning with our life purpose. So what do you feel like is constantly on your mind that you want to do?
Retirement and do something spiritually.
And you see, people think when they retire that it's going to be easier. You're going to be busier. Have you ever talked to retirees how busy they are? Have you ever noticed that about retirees? Yeah. They're super busy.
My sister's very busy.
because now they have time to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, is that supposed to happen in 2018 for you, retirement?
Yeah, it's either going to happen in May or end of the year of 2018.
Fantastic. Well, hold on to your girdle because it's going to get busy for you. That's one of those old-timey sayings, I know. Is anybody like, what is she doing? Have you ever heard that one? Hold on to your girdle, Myrtle. I know. It means you're getting ready to take off and soar, and it's going to be the time of your life. And it's the case for anybody that does this, that anybody that applies. So Kathy's sharing what she's got planned, and that's halfway through the year. So you're going to be you're going to have this overlap that's going to feel busier than ever, like planning some huge event. But it's going to be fun. You just make sure you're taking care of yourself. That was the biggest thing I keep hearing. He says she has to take care of herself. She has to stay balanced and not let stress overload you. Because we can get ourselves stressed out sometimes on positive things too, but it doesn't need to be that way. It really does not. We can be busy and do these things and they're positive, and we don't have to be completely stressed out about it. So he's just kind of calling all these things and kind of, okay, in case she's going to use that excuse. Or maybe it was for somebody else to listen to.
I like the way he said, I like the way he said no excuses anymore.
It's like, no more excuses. Yeah, well, I'm kind of taking this one with a grain of salt for myself as well, so I can appreciate the message too. I am going to be humble right now and say, oh yes. And looking all around, and he's showing me all of these things around the wall, like, you know, how about all these things that you could finish? So I'm like, okay, I hear you. So that's what we're going to do. Well, other than that, we're going to run because we're about to go to break. But Kathy, that's a very positive and exciting message for you. You have a lot to look forward to in 2018.
Great. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Yeah, so keep us posted keep us posted as things progress. Other than that, thank you so much for calling, Kathy, and happy holidays. I hope you have a beautiful holiday with your family.
Thank you. Thanks to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. How cool is that? Amazing things are happening. I know these angels, they will have a sense of humor with me sometimes. So guys, I'm giving it to you the way they give it to me. I don't really want to try to reword it and edit it because I don't want to do that. I want to give it straight out without thinking about it. And that's just the way it is. So what are we talking about? We're talking about this winter solstice, how it's a redirective time. And we have a few years of really changing major things, letting things go that need to go, letting things come into our life that, the block is gone. Let the blocks and the hesitations and the things that just aren't working anymore go out of your life, because now's the time for the new. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll keep going. We're talking about this winter solstice, how much this is you can have your cake and eat it too type of timeline that we have coming up for 2018. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show, and we will be right back after the break.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
And welcome back. If you are just tuning in, I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening to the Jenn Royster Show. You might be watching our video live streaming over on Facebook or YouTube. You can check out those details at transformationtalkradio.com or my website, jennroyster.com. Now, what are we talking about? The winter solstice, which is today, and it's very powerful about our life purpose. This is bringing our focus back to life purpose. And with that, we had an email come in, and it looks like we might want to bring the caller on because it might work with the email. How about that, Carter? Let's bring that caller on.
Wanda, you're on the air with Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello, Wanda. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm not sure why we don't hear. I'm just going to keep going and read the email so we can keep everything happening here. Wanda she's from Virginia, which is where I am. And Wanda, this is the most inspiring message I have ever. It's so beautiful. I got this yesterday, I believe. And she writes, "Hello, I really enjoyed and needed the lessons that I heard." Now, she's not quite sure which episode she's talking about, but she is referring to a Raziel episode, I believe. She says, "Thank you very much. I am accepting and thankful for this new life's journey, giving Archangel Raziel total control." And some may think I am crazy. Like, wow, total control. Whoa. However, I was told by a little voice almost 2 years ago that the best was yet to come. I wholeheartedly agree with that one. Transformation is happening, and I'm allowing and willing. I turned 60 this year, and in February, I will be 61 years old. Well, happy birthday coming up, and this is awesome. See, it doesn't matter how old you are, guys, for things to change and be amazing. And this is an inspiration of that. I was told that the latter years would be the best, and I'm enjoying all the learning, challenges, and blessings. Thank you again. I am currently in a class learning about the angels. I guess it's better late than never. Always curious, would stop and start now and then. Now it's all the way or no way. And that last sentence was very similar to Kathy in Maryland we were just talking to on the air. So if she's Carter, if she's there, let's bring her in. I just read the email, so let's bring her on.
Wanda, are you there?
Okay. I don't know why I don't hear her, but I want to keep going because of the timeline. But Wanda, I don't know why we're not hearing you over here, but you know what? That doesn't matter. I just wanted to let you know that your message is very encouraging. You're listening. You had a little voice. You listened to that intuition. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful that you are just going for it. It's no better time than right now. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but Wanda, I'm reading it here and I'm answering you, and I just want you to know sometimes we just have things happen with technology. Trust me, we have gone through that on this show in 8 years. So what she's inspiring here is she said she went on and off with it, but now she really feels that inspiration coming inside to just do this, not hesitate, not wait. That's a great message for all of us. Don't wait. It's never too late. Never too late. And that's what her message is to me right there. So I want to say thank you, Wanda, for giving that effort to call in. Sorry I couldn't call you. I have no way of doing that. So I appreciate your effort and sending that in. Now, why is this such a turning point? Let's talk about this a little bit. Why is this such a turning point? Well, it's because, like I said, Saturn, it basically is coming back home, and it's most comfortable in a Capricorn environment. And so it's going to be in this position, I guess, for 3 years, or in this element. I wouldn't say position because things are constantly moving. That's the astrology side of it. But what that's doing is, now that we've been through all of this upheaval, and we see all these things that are going to come, we don't need to be afraid of what needs to fall away. We need to let it go. We need to let those things fall away in our personal lives. You may see it happening in someone else's life. I want to give you a heads up on that. And this came from Michael. Michael said, pay attention, basically stay in your own backyard with that. You know, pay attention to what you need to let go of, because everybody is choosing and working on their own individual things. But as a collective, when we do that, we are contributing to the whole. We're much better energy and frequency when we're not holding on to those things that need to move away. It's kind of like not ever taking out the garbage. You know, that you need to let it go. Things move through. And it's a time to really pause and slow down. But at the same time, you're going to feel busier. I know that sounds so strange. It's like, how can we be busier, but it's slowing down? Don't let that fool you, because that's giving you opportunity to pace yourself and be grounded into it. I talked about that earlier when we first started. There's a grounding that's going to be very important. So if you don't feel grounded, if you feel like you're scattered all over the place, you can't get organized, you're forgetting things, you know, things like that, or you're not finishing anything, like, you know, I guess I am like that. You need to stay grounded. You want to make sure you're focusing on that. How do we ground? You can use those great methods that we have used before. Honestly, one of the easiest ways that you can ground is to just feel the bottom of your feet on the floor, move them around in your shoes. It brings your energy and focus all the way into your body, and believe it or not, you will think clearer. And that's so simple. You don't have to go through a big ritual. You don't have to do all this fancy stuff, you know, or do this and do that, and you don't have to be in a certain place. It does help to go outside and walk in nature. A lot of people love their rituals for grounding or meditating. Absolutely, if you have one, do it. But for those that maybe you're not a ritual person, that doesn't mean you're left out of this. There's one of those vices taken away again. Yeah, you're not left out of this because you may not be a ritual person. You're going to find the way that works for you. What works the best for you is the way you need to do it. So for some, if they're brand new in this, you know, just stop and feel your feet, move them, stomp them on the ground. Walking barefoot outside is one of the things that a lot of people suggest. Maybe you don't want to do that. You don't have to. I'm telling you, you don't have to. For me, I love, you know, walking along the beach. That's a thing for me. But sometimes that's not feasible. You might not be near a beach. You may not want to go outside in 30 below barefoot. Things like that. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. All you have to do is feel them in the shoes. Feel them in, just feel them against the floor. Recognize that. How easy is that, you know? That's all you got to do. For those that, you know, and I get all these questions, and I get these things pop up. Well, what about me? I don't have any feeling in my legs or something like that. Your energy body does. That's in here. That's the mindset. You just visualize it. You think about it. You think about settling in to your body, and you will be there immediately. That's all you've got to do. It doesn't have to be hard. And that's one of the most important little tips that Michael reminded me of that I wanted to make sure I shared. It's so simple. We sometimes make our lives so complicated, and they don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be this crazy. We just have to apply simple things. So, some people like to carry around crystals. Some of the crystals for grounding are, you know, hematite or black onyx, and they also help, you know, with negativity and things, but they're also a grounding. Wearing dark colors like a black. Black is not a negative really in this for energy. It's more of a grounding color. So if you feel like you're just trying to focus and stop being so scattered, try some of those grounding methods. They really, really help. Things like that will help you a lot. Now, that's what you're going to want to have as a go-to for this energy that comes up in 2018, because it's very much about brand new. You'll be out of your comfort zone a lot, but this is a time where you won't be afraid. That's a good part too. You won't be afraid to be out of your comfort zone like we were in the past. You'll look forward to being in a strange unknown and looking forward to something brand new. I like that part a lot. I like that part a whole lot. Now, we're about to go to break, so think about what you want to do. What do you want to achieve with this energy opportunity the universe is giving us right now? With all this support coming in, what do you want to do if absolutely nothing was in your way? You had nothing standing in your way, nothing to be afraid of. A lot of times it's fear standing in the way. No more excuses. Nothing was in the way. What comes to your mind when I say that? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Are you noticing any interesting messages coming through recently? I've had some very interesting ones come through, and they're coming in a little bit different, and they're validating. So time to get the journals out and pay attention to the messages they're bringing. So that's what we're talking about, winter solstice, and how this is ringing in redirection and our life purpose, and really tapping into that with Archangel Michael. We're going to take a short break before we come back for the last segment. I'm Dr. Jenn. You're listening or watching our video live stream of the Jenn Royster Show. We will be right back after the break.
Tune in to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JennRoyster.com for more information.
And welcome back to the show. This is our last segment, and what we are talking about, we want to wrap this up, is about the winter solstice, the energy coming through, what Archangel Michael's insights were to guide us through this next year. And honestly, it really is a positive opportunity here. There's a lot to look forward to. If you find, let's just wrap this up in important things. If you find that you're being a little more pessimistic or you're having trouble feeling inspired by it, ask for that to be lifted. Just ask. If you really want it to be lifted, it will be. And then find something. It could be simple. It could be a little simple something. Just look for something that you can do for yourself. Something positive you can do for yourself. Just get your mind off those things that are causing that heaviness. You know, the winter months and right around the holidays, and the December solstice is known a lot of times in the winter, or the winter is known a lot as a dark night. That's because it's the shortest day of the year, you know, as far as light. But, you know, sometimes that does affect people. You know, they feel heavier. They might struggle with their depressions and things like that at this time. If you are feeling that, you want to grab onto this one. Grab onto this energy, because this energy is so inspiring. It really is. Give yourself that. Give it to yourself. You deserve it. You absolutely do. And more, that's what this coming year is going to be about. You're going to see some big things go away. Don't get all caught and attached to it, whether it's yours personally or something on a bigger scale. It has to go away, because that's making room for all the great new things that are coming in. Absolutely. Now, you know, another thing is it's a very cleansing time. A solstice in this timeline, it's very cleansing. If you were to take that energy, embrace it for what it is, don't ignore the things that are coming up that you need to address. You will see some things that might be uncomfortable to process and release, but that's the whole point. You're becoming aware of, oh, that's what's been in my way. Oh, that's what's been causing this hang up. That's what's been slowing me down. That's what I need to let go of. If you take that perspective, a whole lot easier to move through it. And then you go. And it's going to be fantastic to do that. Okay, I have another question coming in. I guess we're having a little bit with the calls being heard. So Carter's writing that. Thank you, Carter. We have a caller, Tia Ming, wants to know the best way to interact with children during the holidays. Interact. You know what? Get down on the floor and have a good time with them. Take a time out from being such a grown-up and all serious, and have fun with those children. Some of the best memories they will carry with them through lifetime are the adults that take time to play with them and show them the higher, happier side of life. Not to mention how it'll raise your own frequency for positive living. It'll make everything better. I mean, you are allowed to take time out and have fun. So interacting with children can be a lot of different ways. So many different ways. But have fun with them. Doesn't have to be hard. Anything that is fun. Just have fun. You know, sometimes we're so busy in our lives we don't have time to pay attention to what they love and what is their passion. That's another thing that's very interesting to pay attention to in the energies with children is children are pure and know what they're interested in, and usually it's a lot easier to read. We have a tendency to have ours are stuffed under a bunch of layers. What are they into? What do they enjoy? What do they love? Are you listening to them? Just allow them to enjoy things and enjoy it with them. So I wanted to share that. That was kind of an interesting question for this. And Michael is one of the first angels that I always share with parents. I work with a lot of parents when they have children that might have night terrors, or they get scared, or you know they're affected, or maybe they're empathic children and they feel this stuff going on in the world. First angel I teach them is about Michael, because Michael can wrap you up He can protect you. He can take away that toxic, lower fear energy. And honestly, as I'm teaching the children, the parents are learning too. And children can be our greatest teachers and things like that. So Michael absolutely is a great one to work with when children are frightened. So with that, one more little bit of something about the December solstice. It's honestly, and here it is, guys, it's a perfect time, especially in the winter months. I mean, in the other hemisphere, it's summertime, and that is expressing outwardly yourself. But for the winter northern hemisphere right now, it's inward, expressing inward, and you're going inside. But it's the perfect time to check in with your soul and listen. Listen to your soul. Listen to what your calling is. Listen to what your soul longs for you to be tapped into and aligned with. Honestly, if you go, I don't know what my life purpose is, sometimes it could be just your life purpose is here to learn about maybe relationships on a different level. It could be tapping into a creative, something you're going to share and discover. You know, it doesn't have to be some big thing, but then again, it can be. But if you listen to what you absolutely love to do and you never tire of it, that's part of your life purpose. For example, what if you just love music? Maybe you can't play an instrument, but you just love being around it and you love supporting it, or you just love the frequencies of it. There you go. You do what you're never tired of. You are aligning with your life purpose. And you might find that it has an interesting niche just for you. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just that you love it. You always think about it, or you enjoy being around it. You enjoy diving into it. You enjoy exploring it or being creative, whatever that is. It is a creative time. There's a lot of creativity energy going on because you need creative, and we talked about that sacral chakra with that last week. Creative energy is necessary when we're building brand new things, when we're creating brand new, because that's the chakra that's a creative chakra. It's more than that chakra that will work with that. And if you want to listen to that, we did a whole episode on that, I believe, last week. It's in the archives. But absolutely, a lot of creativity things are going to be happening here. You're going to see some amazing things come out of some amazing people. You're going to love what this world is going to be. So take time to put your part into it. Take time to participate by working on your own life purpose, redirecting, letting go, and now's the time to go for it without the fear. The energy will support you. Michael, the angels absolutely will. Just ask them to. When you find that you're getting a little discouraged, don't sit in that for very long. Just keep moving forward, because now's the time to do it. And I want to say thanks to everyone that listens to the show, that watches on the streams. Thank you very much in the chat over there at YouTube. And go for it. This is the time to make it happen. So we have a lot to look forward to. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in this brand new world that we're all creating. With that, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy everything. Let's celebrate this amazing time. We'll see you next week here on the Jenn Royster Show. We'll be doing the entire forecast with the angels for 2018 next week. So with that, we're out of time, and we will see you next week on the Jenn Royster Show. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Remember to tune in each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.JennRoyster.com and TransformationTalkRadio.com.